The Negating Swarm Augment, which is a Scarab Swarm Augment for Inaros, looks good on paper. Scarab armor protects Inaros from status effect, consuming 3% bonus armor for each effect it resists. To make this fit, I did lose a little bit of... Hang on, that's not the right mod. I put the wrong one in. To fit Negating Swarm, I actually took out Stretch to decrease the range. Aiming more for this, to be fair, Transient Fortitude could probably do with coming out as well, because this ability doesn't really work off power strength. What I am aiming on doing is using a bunch of Eximus healers, because they, at level 140, 20 of them, would kill you fairly quickly. But first I want to see just how effective this is by summoning in... I'm trying to remember what the heck they're called. The guys with... It's napalm guys, isn't it? So just find napalm. And I'm just going to summon in all of them. And see how this works, remembering that to activate the swarm itself can take a while. And use up half of your health. That's what I was looking for. Fire. It actually worked. 3% gone. Another fireball, please, somebody. Preferably not in the face would be nice. That works. Took another 3%. Did take a little bit of health off. Another 3%. That didn't take health off. Wow, this is actually going to be really useful, because you can see the swarm goes down 3% each time it's used. Oh, yes, I tried running into that one. That also took 3%, but did take health, because obviously I ran into the explosion. There's a lot more. Another 3%. Now I'm starting to take damage because I'm too close to the actual enemies. Weirdly, Helios, the Sentinel, is actually taking more damage than I am. And yes, I am aware these are only level 20. But that's because this is aimed more at looking at it, the percentages go down than anything else. This works pretty nice. I like the fact that there's a cooldown timer as well. You say it's been used, but if I jump straight back in, it's not used straight away. I can actually stand in the fire, and I will take damage over time. It's not instantly working. It means it's not an overkill augment. You can still take damage from status. That cooldown timer is going to be insanely useful just for stopping people from being able to be invincible towards any elemental stuff. Now for the long standing here, because he's got a lot of health. Without the swarm, you see, you're just instantly affected by heat, because it's obviously napalm. They're just going to set fire to you. And it also wears down your health pretty quickly when it does affect you. Been out here a few seconds, I've already lost nearly half of my life just from running into the fire and obviously the explosions themselves. Now this should get pretty evil, because just by getting close to these guys, the fire here is going to affect me a lot. The toxin is going to affect a lot. This is what I meant by spawning in a lot of these, because the elemental side of all these guys is going to be a huge problem. Plus, the fire throwing you all over the place is also a bit of a problem. If I avoid their arms effectively enough, if I can get you to do that fire thing, that'll be useful. Nope, they're all toxic. I'm actually going to die here. So it's going to be a good example of how effective this is against these when it actually works. Because I don't think it's going to work. Because obviously it has that little cooldown timer. That just instantly ended me, but that was a physical attack, not a status attack. Just to actually kind of prove they are level 145 enemies, I need to activate Scarab before any of them actually hit me. This is where things can go terribly wrong, because I've just halved my health. Come on, fire, toxic, anybody? Nope, it instantly blocked that one because it's taken 3% off. There's another 3. And I didn't get knocked over. I didn't expect that to happen. I'm also very possibly about to die. Why did it give me all of my health back? I don't know, but I will take the win. Why am I still alive? And into the hole I go. Of course, I will be affected more and more by the toxin here because I don't have this active. Running away now. Remembering, of course, that the swarm isn't affected by power strength anyway. I'm definitely going to die. Yep. So this augment is actually really useful. It works pretty well against status effects. But just the fact that there's that little timer there that stops you from being able to just use it over and over and over and over and over again means they haven't made him invulnerable to the status. If you have a big swarm of enemies like this, you will still have major issues, but the odd 3 or 4 of them coming in at once, he's going to be pretty powerful against them now because he's not going to be affected by it as quickly as he was before. This is actually probably the best of the 4 new augments. Anyway, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.